What's going on, y'all? I'm JK, and we just joined. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Portlanders protest ICE with aerobics. Okay. And this has music playing in the background, so I'm going to leave it muted so we don't get no copyright strike. All right. The group raised money for the Oregon Food Bank, according to local reports. Event planners told the Portland Tribune the event was organized in a way that reflects Portland's playful, creative spirit of resistance. I'll be the first to admit I don't stay up on my uh, protest events, but looking at this, it doesn't give me protest at all. Okay, if they want to be protesting anything, they should be protesting whoever it is that organized the thing and didn't teach them how to dance. Okay, no rhythm whatsoever going on here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and look at them, that they're all laughing, just having a great, as my sixth grade teacher used to say, a fun, good time. But this is supposed to be a protest. I'm sorry, I can't watch no more. The lack of rhythm is messing with my brain. So we're gonna move on from this one. Next. ICE violently detains U.S. citizen standing up for his employees and also tackles his mother. Okay.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. No. Leave him alone.
Okay. First of all, I don't see where they tackled the mother. It looks like she fell down in the course of interfering with them trying to take the yes, that's the son down. People, people. ICE agents are federally employed, federally deployed agents, okay? Of the federal government. You cannot, if you're smart, should not, if you're smart, ever try to interfere or get in the way of them doing their job. Now, the truth of the matter is the reason why they're probably fighting so hard for these workers is not out of the greatness and the genuineness of their heart. More than likely, they're fighting for these workers because they get to pay them a super low wage, and they're trying to keep that going. Yeah, and from the looks of it to me, okay, they're not even trying to detain or handcuff her, but they are handcuffing the son. So from my point of view, it looks like they're still trying to give mom one last opportunity to walk away and mind your business.
Grab my phone. Officer, if you're letting this happen, you're just as much the fucking victim. Where am I going? Where do we have to go to get him out? You can check my papers right here. Check my papers.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And again, looking at that, okay, I didn't see where they violently detained them. Of course, any news organization is going to try to blow it up, use alliterative words to try to make the situation seem like it's worse than it was. But no, they were well within their rights to get this man down on the ground, handcuff him, and okay, then they, I guess as gently as they could, helped him up and put him in the back of the car. And even all the other people standing around filming, getting all up in their faces, I don't see where they did any violence toward them, threatened any of them, or anything, at least not in the clip that we have here. So, hey, again, people, these are federal agents and they are doing the job that they were hired to do. And they are acting under orders from their commander in chief. So, hey, all I can tell you, mom, and more than likely the son that got arrested there, he's probably not going to be charged with anything or charged with anything serious. And I would guess probably 24 to 48 hours after they took him in, they probably released him and put him right back out on the streets and let him go on about his business. So all I can tell you, mother, son, whoever owns the business where they did come and get your illegal workers from, just hire legal U.S. residents and you won't have anything to worry about. Okay. Next. Okay, well, right off the top, the first thing I want to say is they were a heck of a lot better organized than the aerobics group from the first clip. And hey, no lie, I got to give credit where credit is due. They sounded good. They really did. Okay, so these are the liberal men that want a civil war against conservatives. Should we be concerned? Well, the answer to that question right off the top is no. Okay, because usually these type of men, when it's actually time for the rubber to meet the road and get down, okay, they tuck tail and run away. So I wouldn't even be worried about that. Fact of the matter is, there, or I should say, I strongly believe that yes, this country is heading towards another civil war. Now, if it's going to be liberal versus conservative, I know the powers that be behind the scene that are ruining all the society, well, all the world. Okay, they are pushing their hardest to make it a quote unquote race war. All right, but yes, I honestly do believe that there is another civil war coming. Good rhythm, good harmony. So not a bad job. Don't believe in or support you guys' cause, but again, sounding good, fellas. Next. Okay. Boy, buddy. Okay, y'all forgive me. I just had a retroactive flashback. Okay, thinking of myself and my younger sister and my two older brothers being in a Walmart. And if we had even thought, not actually did what she's doing, but had we even thought about doing this, I probably still would not be able to sit down till this day. Okay. And I love how the people in the back, you hear the adults saying, don't touch her, don't say anything to her. Um, why not? Why not? And clearly, we can see that these are Walmart employees, and all these poor people are thinking is they're gonna have to go and clean this crap up. And of course, I'm thinking what I'm sure anybody who watched this clip is thinking: where in the heck are the parents? Where are the parents? I would sincerely hope that the parent isn't the one that's actually recording this and they're just standing there watching her do it and allowing her to do it. But we don't hear anybody in the background, telling her to stop or actually, okay, she's surrounded by adults. We don't even see any of them actually trying to stop her. The few voices we do hear in the background are saying, don't touch her, don't say anything to her. And that's exactly why this little is acting the way she is right now. Because clearly, whoever her guardians are don't employ or deploy any type of discipline. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Before this one right here gets that smoke put on her behind, let me. Let's move up to okay. This lady right here, she needs to be next. Okay. Now we don't know if this is actually her daughter who's doing this, but she's the one right here, and at the very end, sitting there talking about some don't let's just listen again. Y'all don't know what she's going through? Okay, well, ma'am, you're absolutely right. Truth be told, we don't know what she's going through. They don't know what she's going through. I don't know what she's going through. But the minute we get out of this Walmart and get home, I can tell you what she's going to be going through. And after she goes through that, I can guarantee you she ain't gonna never do nothing like this again. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Parents, not disciplining your children is not helping them in any way, shape, or form. Now, just looking at her, I would guess she's probably maybe between seven to 10 years old. So there's still time. There's still time because clearly the parents have failed up to this point, but there's still time. Still time to actually instill some values in her. Still time to discipline her because if not, if she is allowed to continue to act like this and go on the way she's doing, she is going to end up in either one or two places, either in a jail cell or in a grave. And that's just all it is to it. Okay. That's just the reality of the situation. So please don't be a parent like that idiot that was in the black talking about don't touch her, don't talk to her, you don't know what she's going through. And please be a real parent and help get this young lady's life on track and guide her the right way so she don't end up leaving this earth prematurely. Okay. Next.
All right, here's my hot take of today. I don't think that a society governed by a document that was written in the 1700s by a bunch of drunk white guys in their 20s who couldn't even conceive of the existence of the majority of the United States of America should be used to this day. And I don't think that we are going to have a successful society until we get rid of the thing and restart. Because the founding
Y'all, at this point, I am convinced that these septum rings Okay, they must interfere with the natural electrical signals of the brain in some way, shape, or form, which is, I'm guessing, why so many people who have these things are just some of the most brain dead idiots walking on this planet today. And ma'am, okay, we've had that document for a couple of 100 years now, and clearly it must be working in your favor because you're standing here able to spout out this idiotic dribble.
Fathers could not have conceived of my existence. They just could not have. They couldn't conceive of it. Their brains would have exploded. So how could that document possibly serve me? How could it? We need a new one. We need to restart. We need to start over. This one's trash. We need to revamp it and get a new one.
Yes, let's please just throw out our Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all our laws because when they wrote it, they weren't thinking of her. Oh my God, will somebody please think of the children? Are you freaking kidding me? Now, I'm going to say something, and all of my Caucasian friends, all of my Caucasian associates, okay, they knew that I am not a prejudiced person. Now, having put that disclaimer out there, ma'am, you are amongst the most protected class, not only in US history, in the history of mankind, period. You have enjoyed privileges that even a lot of Caucasian men have not been able to enjoy because you're a woman. So miss me with your idiocy. And from the way you're talking and what you're saying, I am firmly of the opinion you are nothing but a planted psyop that's been put here or that's been put on social media, okay, to begin talking up this stupid mess about this great reset of 2030. And if you all have never heard of that before and hadn't researched it, go and read and research it now. The Great Reset of 2030. Amongst other things, that is one of the first thing, matter of fact, not one of the first thing that the powers that be behind the scene want to do. They want to get rid of our Constitution so they can draft a new one. Now, full disclosure, when it was originally written, no, it was not to the benefit of everyone. However, since then, that's why we have had amendments and new laws put into place to make society more equitable and more fair for people. So, me, as a minority guy in the United States, as a minority guy born and raised in the deep South, I'd say I'm pretty good right now. Is it perfect? No, and there never will be perfection until Jesus Christ himself comes back and sets his earthly kingdom up. But until then, I can personally say I'm good with the Constitution that we have now. So, little Miss Narcissist here, who is upset and who's worried because when they drafted the original one, they didn't conceive of her. Please go sit down somewhere. Next.
It's fit check time. This is going to trigger a lot of you. So this is just a friendly reminder that Buffy is not MAGA friendly. She does not want you on her page. This is going to trigger you. And I don't give a fuck because I've warned you. So you should scroll along because I only want people with the same kind of humor that think that this shit is funny. If you're MAGA, you're not going to think it's funny. And that's what I have to say about it. I don't give a fuck because I'm here for a good time and to make fun of Donald. I've said that all along.
Waiting for the big, beautiful obituary.
Waiting on the big, beautiful obituary.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Let's back that up.
Waiting on the big, beautiful obituary.
Okay, the shirt clearly says waiting for the big, beautiful obituary. So, ma'am, you selected this shirt, you put it on, you're recording, and you're standing right in front of a mirror where you can see what it says, and you still read it wrong? Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. These people have serious mental conditions.
I can. If that offends you, I don't give a fuck. Stay off my page.
No, what offends me is the fact that you clearly can't read what's written on your own shirt. Okay, that actually offends me. Second of all, what's with the evil witch cackle? I mean, clearly this woman is possessed by a legion of demons, but I mean, still, really?
Amazon.
Yeah, okay. And another thing, why? Why do so many of these people who think and act like her have these crazy eyes, man? Again, y'all see what I'm saying? I'm not saying this stuff just to be pointlessly mean or whatever. I mean, look, you really think somebody with eyes like this is of a good mental state? Look at them. Like I said, a legion of demons. And every one of them look like they're ready to come busting out of her head through these crazy eyes. it, it amazes me. Doesn't surprise me anymore, but it does amaze me. And to your last point, no, you are not upsetting any mega person with your illiteracy, your crazy eyes, or your witch's cackle. Okay, people who think and act like you're the ones who get easily upset and triggered by every little thing. Your average mega person couldn't give less than a flying flip about you, people on your page, or your stupid shirt. But as the old saying goes, hey, be careful digging a grave for somebody. Or if you do, you better dig another one for yourself. So you're sitting here waiting for that big, beautiful obituary. Well, guess what? Your obituary might come before his does. Just food for thought. All right. All righty. Next.
In terms of the science of monsters,
Yes.
many of these are derived from actual life forms
Yes.
that are important to us, what we think about and care
Dinosaurs,
about.
for example, in the case
Right.
of Godzilla. Yeah.
One thing I've always had an issue with was to be that large,
Yes.
yet that nimble.
Can't do it.
You can't do that.
Can't do it. No, it's physically impossible. Right?
Yeah. So talk about that.
Well, the scaling of volume and surface area and height, right, goes at different powers.
Mathematical powers,
Yeah,
not physical powers.
Well, that kind of too, right? So if I double in height, I'll actually increase by a factor of 8 in volume, right? 2 times 2 times 2, length and width and height. So
Ooh.
I would be 8 times larger in volume. And thus, presumably, all of the stuff inside me is made of the same material. I'm 8 times heavier. That means my legs have to support 8 times the weight, right?
Right.
Now, if I get bigger, it gets worse. If I'm 10 times taller and wider and thicker, then I'm 1,000 times more massive. Okay. My legs are increasing in surface area, in cross-sectional area, only by a factor of 100 in that case.
Right.
So my bones have to be 10 times stronger to support my weight.
Oh, because your strength goes not as the volume, but as the area,
That
the
is
cross-sectional
generally
area
true.
of
That's
the
right.
muscle.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
so
And your muscles have to be 10 times stronger to propel them. And
that's absolutely right. So if Godzilla being 400 feet tall or so in the first movie, all right,
Godzilla weigh 1 billion tons.
yeah, so much that all known bone would shatter, right? All known muscles would tear. He would just be a blob of protoplasmic stuff because he couldn't support himself. Never mind walking with that cheerful little gait that he has.
Right.
Okay. So clearly I am not a geneticist, a biologist, a cryptozoologist, or any of these things like these guys sitting around here. But if I did have a response or reply to what they're sitting here talking about, Godzilla, I would just say radiation. Okay. If you look at a lot of the Marvel characters that were created around the time, or roughly around the time that Godzilla was, between like the 50s and the 60s, all right, your Spider-Mans, your Incredible Hulks, your Fantastic Fours, it was always some form of radiation that allows for them to do these impossible things that humans wouldn't usually be able to do. So again, you can't argue with these guys on their level because they're the actual experts in that field. And I would go so far as to say, I mean, we know Godzilla has extraterrestrial and other dimensional enemies. So maybe the atomic explosion that created Godzilla ripped open some hole to another dimension where those particles and molecules fused with him that allows for him to still be able to carry all that weight and mass as he got bigger. All right, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to throw in something kind of fun there at the end because clearly I'm a fan of Godzilla. So when I ran across that clip, I thought it'd be pretty funny. All right. So, guys, if you would remember to like, subscribe, comment, share this video. And I do believe that is enough Jawin for one night. So until next time, you guys be safe. I will see you when I see you. Peace.